Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Talking TV with Nick and Josh. It's been a while.
Yes.
Been a while. Yeah.
A little hiatus.
Yes. A hiatus. Yeah. So, we're rocking back in episode 3, season 2. Hot Shots.
Hot Shots. Original air date June 15th, 2003.
Yes.
Now, if you remember...
Yeah, the last time I was here was June 8th.
Yeah. 16.
Yeah.
Not 2003.
Yeah, so it's been just over about a month and a week or so.
Yeah, I think I took these notes on June 14th, so we'll see how this goes.
I think we'll be all right.
All right.
I just took my notes last night.
Yeah, you got pretty handwriting. You write like a
Thank
girl.
you. I don't think so.
Like a
That's
little...
not like girl handwriting.
Oh, yeah, that's completely a bitch handwriting.
No way, dude. I can write like a jackass, too. Like, look at this. It's terrible. That's good. But like that's sloppy. That's just like, fuck, I'm trying to get through it.
Still better than my handwriting. You write like a girl.
You think that was a girl?
Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely. Like, did you write, were you wearing a bikini when you were
No.
there? Okay.
And you probably, hold on. What the fuck, dude? Really? Like, seriously. We're good. Just fucking keep rolling.
Alrighty. So, alright, so it opens up with Omar and his boyfriend, like, staking out a stack house. They're staking out Jerry Stackhouse.
They are. Jerry Stackhouse.
A stash house.
Steve Sharts?
Yeah, Steve Sharts. You were listening to Dan Patrick today.
Yeah.
I got the fucking giggles when they said that.
Yeah.
Alright, so, yeah, they're staking out...
Some of them fucking were rolling.
Yeah, a stash house. They're kind of making a plan how to hit this dude, and then they get jacked right in front of them by like 2 chicks.
Yeah.
And Omar's impressed by it.
Yeah, he was like, "You don't see that every day."
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
And
he's like, "That's something you don't see every day."
And then you can already tell like the boyfriend's like mad. He's like,
"Oh yeah,
he's already
Dante
pouting.
or whatever."
Yeah, he's already pouting.
Dante Poe.
Who?
Dante Poe. No. But yeah, but Omar was definitely impressed, and Dante looked like he
was about to cry.
Had a Snickers up his ass.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, and they touch on it later in the episode too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck, dude?"
But it's not like he knew that they were going to get together later, so it's like...
Well, yeah, I mean, but
he's already
see,
butthurt.
Omar was already steps ahead, though.
Yeah.
As soon as he saw that, he was like, oh, something just... Yeah, I'm going to work with them motherfuckers right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So then the quote of the show is, what they need is a union from... It just says Russell.
I know. Dude, I was so confused. I was like, Russell?
Really? Did you think it was Russell Westbrook?
No, well, because I'm like, Russell. I'm like...
Bill?
I'm like Russell.
I'm running out of Russell.
I'm like, who the fuck is Russell? Because to me, I call her Beatty.
Right.
And then, so I'm like, I'm going through...
That's her last name.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I know that is now, but
just fucking
at the time, I was looking through IMDb, and I'm like, Russell. And it was like, Russell Stringer Bell. I'm like, I don't think that's something that Stringer would say.
Yeah, maybe.
So then I was like...
Little fucking goofy.
And then finally, it got to the point, I'm like, okay, makes sense. All right, cool. Very, very exciting.
You know what I thought when I saw it? I was like, why'd they put her last name?
Yeah, because who calls her that?
Nobody.
Right.
I guess Officer Russell, maybe.
Maybe even put Officer Russell or whatever. Fucking threw me for a goddamn loop.
Maybe they weren't worried about confusing.
Holy Jesus.
So, alright. So, then it opens up with one of the funniest fucking things. You alright over there?
Yeah.
One of the funniest scenes ever. Bunk and Lester doing interviews with all the fucking...
Yiddish people or whatever.
Yeah, none of them speak English, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yabba dabba doo.
Lester had the funniest part when he was like,
yeah.
Look, nigga. He's like, you don't tell me you go halfway around on a motherfucking boat and not speak a fucking word of English.
Yeah, he almost went Samuel L. Jackson on his ass. He's like, English, motherfucker.
It was funny. Yeah, it definitely was. I like that. I mean, it's got to be frustrating.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because like, how do you do your job?
That's the whole point. Yeah. That's why they threw it in there. Yeah.
Like, well, I can't really do my job, boss. Why not? No one speaks English.
Right. Which, I mean, I guess they could hold the boat and then bring.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can only hold the boat for so long, can't you?
I don't know. They're the police. Can't they do whatever they want?
Yeah, but I think there comes a time where you either gotta shit or get off the pot.
Yeah, they would have to get like
you know
people.
what I mean?
They would have to
Right.
get. I mean, I'm sure if it was like, if there was.
I mean, they are talking about what, 14 murders, 13 murders.
Yeah.
So I mean, they probably could get all the paperwork
But it's
they
also
need, but
15, 14 Jane Does too.
right,
If it was one regular person that had a name, that might be different.
right.
I mean, maybe, I don't know. Of course, they wouldn't be riding in a cage on the
Right.
legally into the
A can or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So Bunk, Lester, and Officer Russell. I'm just kidding. I didn't really write Officer Russell. BD.
Wow.
They're going through like one of the rooms. They said 2 guys jumped the ship. One of the dudes took all his gear, and then and also asked for advances. They said there was more advances than normal on the ship.
Which they were banging the chicks.
Yeah, but the guy's like, yeah, we thought maybe there's gambling, and then Lester's like, or maybe not, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, Lester's already onto it. So
Clearly.
and then they do say what happens below deck stays below deck. So that's why none of them are talking.
It's like Vegas.
Yeah, not quite as cool though.
I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
You go on a boat, and I'll go to Vegas, and we'll see.
I've never been to Vegas. So.
You ever been in a boat?
No, I've never been on a boat.
So then how?
I mean, I've been on a boat on a lake, but not like a ocean boat.
You've never been to Vegas, and you've never been on an ocean boat.
No, I've never been on an ocean boat.
What's an ocean boat?
The motherfucking boat that rides on the ocean.
It can't go in the lake.
I mean, I guess. I've never been on a cruise. I guess.
Okay, I'm just fucking with you.
Or a shipping barge, or whatever.
You ever been on a speedboat?
Yeah.
They can go in the ocean.
Yeah.
Would that be an ocean boat or a lake boat?
That's a lake boat.
Okay.
In my book, at least.
Alright. You been on a raft?
I have been pulled on a raft.
Like pulled?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tugged.
Alright.
Ron Tugnut.
Oh, God. Alright, so now it's Nick and Amy. We're at the hairdressers.
Yeah. Amy spelled A-I-M-E-E.
Okay, that's how I wrote it.
I know, I'm just saying.
I don't know why.
Most people don't spell it. Most people are A-M-Y, you know?
Yeah, I guess. Like Amy Schumer's AMY.
Right.
But the Amy I work with at work is
Yeah.
AIME.
Amy Lee Dawkins or whatever?
Yeah.
I see her all over the place.
Really?
On Facebook.
Oh, okay. Jesus Christ.
Hopefully she doesn't listen to this. She's probably like, who the fuck is that guy? And why the fuck does he know my name?
I thought maybe you worked with her.
I might have back in the day. Fuck, I don't know. Has she been there? I feel like she's been there a while. I feel like she did work there when I worked there.
You feel like it?
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you would be the one to know, not me.
I mean, because she's friends with like Maricela and Rebecca and all them. So I think.
Yeah.
So
anyone that worked there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just not me.
Oh, so maybe she didn't.
I don't know.
Or maybe she hated you.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's not a. Probably a lot of people that hate me.
Really?
Yeah, it's okay.
Really?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
It's an elephant. What?
It's irrelevant.
Oh, okay.
It's an elephant.
All right. So where were we?
Amy and Nikki
Oh, that's right.
talking about their kid.
Hey, there's a guy who works at the same place named Nick too. You want to talk about that?
Can we?
No.
This is Nick King?
No, I never heard of him. So, Nick's getting his hair cut.
Yeah.
Basically, she's hinting that she wants to get married and get together, and
Yeah.
they got a kid. Nick kind of he's been likable in all the episodes. In this scene, he was not very likable.
Yeah, he seems very irritated in
Yeah,
this.
like he's not happy.
But I get where he's coming from. I really do, because his thing is he can't afford like a place.
Right.
So why would he want to get married and have nowhere to live? Like,
right. Well, I think she wants him to get like a real job instead of working at
right.
McDonald's,
But I mean, in all fairness, like, you know, I don't know.
Well, I mean, he did.
I mean, I get where he's coming from, but yes, he did come off as a cockface.
It was just like, she's like, hey, do you want me to put a purple stripe in your hair? And he's like, yeah. And then afterwards, I go stick my tongue in some guy's ass.
Yeah, I actually wrote that down
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't write it down. But, like,
You watched this, what, a month and a half ago? Good memory.
Well, and yesterday, and like a minute ago.
I know.
Oh, I wrote he's being a dick and a homophobe.
I just basically put, I get the vibe that their relationship isn't going so hot.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not something that...
It's just that she wants to get married and we'll live together. And he's like, look, I don't have the funds to do it. I don't have the money to do it. Yeah.
But it's also not something that not everybody goes... I mean, everybody goes through that shit.
Right, I agree.
You know? It's like, she's the one with the kid. She's probably doing, like, 99% of the kid shit.
True.
You know, so she just wants help. And I mean, not that married helps that, but...
Definitely not.
You know.
It's one thing I learned.
So, next, McNulty... It's at the evidence room. McNulty comes to see Daniels.
Yep. He's dropping off some evidence from the Gant case, right?
Yeah. Saying that he needs to find Omar.
Yeah.
And Daniels is like, any idea? He's like, I got a fucking clue.
Last time I seen him, put him on a bus to New York City.
Yeah. Then someone, New York City? No,
yeah. Pace Picante!
McNulty asks about Kima, and she says he's behind a desk, and he's like, oh, she was a house cat. She ain't like that.
That's not in
it's
her,
the first time
it's not in her blood.
Someone said that, is that. Like we've said it
right
in the first 3 episodes, but no one else has said it. I don't know anything else.
It's just kind of bullshit.
Daniel tells
him. Oh, he told him they put a notice in.
Yeah, he just papers and.
Yeah.
I wrote down that I think McNulty feels a little guilty about the whole situation for Daniels, like.
Yeah.
Because he kind of got fucked overall because McNulty wanted to get his name out there.
Yeah. I mean, he probably should feel at least a little bit guilty. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
It was ultimately his fault that.
Well, yeah.
But I mean, but ultimately, in the end, I don't think that it should matter because at the end, Daniels was all in.
Yeah, that's true. No,
I mean,
yeah.
It took him a while to get there, but I mean, it got to the point where Daniel was like, "Fuck it, like, if we're doing this, let's do it."
Yeah.
So.
But he still feels guilty, I think.
Well, yeah, but that's McNulty, though.
Yeah.
It's just his persona, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. So, now we're somewhere in the projects.
In the hood.
The 2 girls from the first scene are like...
Do we know their name? Does it matter? I don't think... They didn't say it at all, did they?
I don't have their names down. That's why I have 2 girls.
I just put 2 chicks.
I think 2 broke girls.
I put 2 chicks.
They have a show on CBS.
Yeah, one of them's hot.
Yeah, one of them was hot.
Yeah, big old knockers.
I think she gets shot in the head a couple of episodes here.
What?
Spoiler alert.
I was like, what?
I think so. I could be wrong. I think she gets killed there.
One of the chicks?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it could be.
I got so much going on in my brain, it's not even funny.
I don't know if I buy that.
It's true.
Okay. So, what's the fucking boyfriend's name?
Dante.
Dante says Omar coming, and they're like, "Man, he's dead." And they're like, "I heard he got ran out of town." And then,
they're all counting money and shit. Like, they're all ballers and shit.
Like, he shows up and says, "Spread the word," and then they take the money. So that was pretty cool. Then it goes to homicide. The 3 of those fools, Lester, Bunk, and Beatty, like, come walking in. They're like all defeated. Landsman's asking what they got, and they're like...
That's one thing about Landsman. He's always upbeat. He's always...
Well, he wasn't too upbeat at the end.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's... You know what I mean? Like, he's not... I feel like he always is eating something, too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like, he always has, like, a pastry in his hand.
He's like Ricky. He's like Ricky in Boys in the Hood.
A cup of coffee.
Always had, like, a bag of Doritos or something. Yeah.
And then he, like, goes off on Beatty about...
Getting a nice pants.
Yeah, wearing her officer's uniform into the office and says you gotta wear like a pantsuit or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but he tells Beatty not to wear the uniform in his own way while eating. So I noticed the eating also. But yeah, I mean, yeah, because I think he's like licking fingers and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't put my fingers in my mouth. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
God knows where they've been. Jesus.
Well, if anyone would know where they've been, you would know.
So now we go to the Southwestern District. Valchek's looking for his van.
Yeah.
$120,000 van missing.
Yeah, just gone. And they have the keys.
Right.
He's like, so we have the keys, and we don't know where it is.
Yeah, and he's...
At first I thought that was Carver he was talking to, but then it's clearly not. But the guy was just like, yeah, no, we don't know where it is.
It's pretty ironic that you lose a surveillance van, a van that you use to watch people.
Yeah.
You know? But...
And he has a crew of...
people watching
people
them.
watching people.
Yeah. Watching them, in
Yeah.
fact, who took the van.
Yeah.
So...
Horse face. Then they cut to
it says the Wilmington dock. So I guess at this point it went, from Baltimore to Delaware.
Yeah.
And then the guys, like, take pictures with the van.
Yeah, I didn't know where...
I must have paused it and fucking wrote down Wilmington. So... Because I didn't even catch that when I just watched it a second ago. So, I just thought that's funny. So they're like, you know, and taking their picture with the van.
Right.
I mean, it takes a lot of balls to steal a cop surveillance van.
Yeah, but I mean, it does, but I don't think those guys give a fuck. I mean, you can just tell by the way that they...
You don't think they give a fuck if they go to jail?
No, I don't.
Really?
You think Avon and them care that if they go to jail?
Doing. No, and I would never in any circumstances. Yeah, I do think Avon didn't want to go to jail, and I would.
Well,
never,
I don't think anyone wants to go to jail,
and I don't. And
but I don't think they have a problem if it happens.
I would never consider any of these guys that we're talking about right now
On Avon's level?
No,
I wouldn't either, but in a way they're kind of like Avon. Just because
they're in the same show?
No, because they fucking run the ships. They do all the illegal shit. They bring in, they do all their, you know what I mean? So it's almost like selling drugs. But I mean, obviously it's not selling drugs, but it's the same principle. I mean, they're fucking breaking the law.
A little.
You know?
It's not like they're doing it every day. They're not like it's not it's not their living.
No, but I mean that adds to it. That's how they earn some extra cash on the side. Because they're so slow.
We haven't seen that.
We see it this episode.
Not these guys. That's Nikki and fucking Ziggy.
Yeah, but they all know.
Yeah, a little, but I mean, it's more. I mean, I wouldn't consider them like Avon at all.
I'm not saying like they're identical, but I'm just saying I think that
I don't think Avon would steal a surveillance van to fuck with cops. That's why I said it takes balls.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess not. But
I mean, that's all I'm saying. I thought it takes balls. They're like, yeah, they don't.
It does, care. But I don't think they care. I mean, I really don't think they care. Obviously, they're not scared of Valchek.
Well, no, because they grew up with him.
Right, because it's just a pissing match. Like that's the way I see it. Is that Frank is like fuck you, and Valchek's like fuck you, and they're both gonna do what they can to fucking try to get under the other one's skin, and to ruin their lives or slow up their daily routines or whatever.
To a degree, I agree with you. In the end, they all lose.
Well, yeah, but
because Valchek has a badge,
right?
So I mean, like, but whereas, like, they're not gonna like say their life depends on. They're not gonna try to kill Valchek.
No.
Avon would shoot Valchek.
Maybe, or he would order Weebay to shoot him.
You know, you're just fucking arguing to argue.
No. Do you think Avon would do it himself, or would Avon order it?
Depending on the circumstances.
I would picture Avon to order it.
I mean, I give it another season. Who the fuck's he gonna order?
Weebay, you're on deck. I know Weebay's in prison, but
with Avon,
yeah, good old skank ass hoe bagged Stringer Bells out running rampant.
Wow. So, anyways,
yeah, let's move on. That's good though.
My point is that they fucking it takes balls to take a surveillance van. You're like, yeah, no, they're like drug dealers. I'm like, I don't care.
I said they don't. I don't think they care about getting in trouble.
That doesn't matter. I don't care if they care to get in trouble.
But if you don't care, then it doesn't take that much balls.
Yeah, it does. You're still stealing a fucking automobile on the fucking police.
I know what you're saying. I get it. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Because I understand. I get it.
I don't believe that for a second, but okay, I'll move on.
Well, I mean, fuck, we've already been doing it for 10 minutes.
Alright.
So
what's next?
we're at Presbeluski. We're at their unit, where he has his unit. He asked, like, I don't know, he's like an Asian-looking dude. He's like, do we have a plan? And I just put the guy who was like, no, we're not really doing anything. I feel like the guy could give a shit less. Clearly, he doesn't care.
Yeah, I think
none of them care, but except Beluski, and he just has a group of guys that doesn't want to do shit.
Well,
I mean, every time they show the basement, or it's not a basement, but every time they show it, no one's working. They're fucking playing cards or fucking watching TV or whatever.
Yeah, he mentions to do some hand-in-hands, not DNRs.
Right.
His name is Lieutenant Grayson. But I don't know how hand-to-hands would help. They're not doing drugs. They're not selling drugs. It's got nothing to do with drugs. So, I mean, obviously he doesn't have a clue.
Right. But isn't Presbeluski in charge?
No.
He's not? I thought he put him in charge.
No, he's kind of like his...
right-hand man, if you want to say.
Sure. Like his boy, so to
speak. Because, like, obviously...
I mean,
last night, later in the episode, when Valchek comes back, he's like, where's the lieutenant? And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, I thought he fucking put Perez in charge. But I'm like, clearly he didn't.
Well, I don't think you can just make somebody in charge. Like, you gotta have, like, someone... Like, I'm sure, like, Presbeluski, like, might run stuff, but he's not in charge. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, like, yeah.
So then it goes to the streets.
It was a quick little...
Yeah, like...
They show the two chicks.
They walk by some dude, flirt with them.
Yeah, and you see Omar and Dante looking on from a distance.
Yeah, they're, like, watching. So then it shows... What, Stringer? I don't remember the other guy's name.
It's Stringer with Shamrock, and I don't know the other guy's name.
The old guy? The old guy?
Yeah.
I have it in my notes.
Shamrock and something.
I forget his name. I have it in my notes from the first one, but... So
right.
I don't remember his name now at this point. But, yeah, those two are in the front seat. Stringer's on his car in the back seat. He wants to sell his stock on the phone companies.
Right.
Which is pretty fucking funny.
Was it Donnet?
You always think everyone's Donnet. Donnet is...
No.
No, it's... I mean, I can look it up.
It's no big deal. I just figured I'd do it while you were talking.
That's... Donnet is... what's his name's girlfriend?
Oh, yeah, D.
Yeah. But he wants to sell his stock in the phone companies, but for saturation of market, which, you know, and then he, like...
Well, and they're like laughing. They're like like, I feel like that they didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about.
No, yeah, exactly.
Like they thought they're...
He's like, look.
And then he says something like, "What, saturation of market?" And they're like, "Okay," like,
yeah. Well,
they're like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
like, we didn't know what you're talking about. It's no big deal. I thought I would look it up while.
What?
I got you.
I got it. So, yeah, I guess where I was going with that is, yeah, they don't have a clue. They're kind of making fun of him.
Right.
Then he rolls his eyes at them because they don't have a clue.
Right. Because he's taking those business classes.
But if you think about it, in reality, Stringer doesn't have a clue either, because cell phone would be a great thing to invest in, because everybody's getting cell phones, and this part, it's in the infancy. Someone has 2. He's like, why don't they want any more? Well, because they're going to update them and fucking get new ones. Right. Everybody's going to get a fucking new phone every 6 months.
True.
So, I mean, whereas Stringer's, like, looking at them like they're stupid.
Because he's talking about burner phones and all that shit.
He's just talking about phones in general, though. He's dropping prices, and I mean, he said Verizon and so.
Sprint or whatever.
Yeah. So then it goes to the projects.
But then they're waiting on Tillman. Yeah. That's what they're like. They show Tillman walk into his little project home or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what they're doing. They're staking out. Officer Tillman.
Two of them are. Stringer wasn't paying any attention.
Well, yeah. He's just in there for shits and giggles.
Yeah. So then it goes to the projects.
Yeah. The 2 chicks now they're working with Omar.
They're casing the place.
Yeah.
They said the money's right out. He's like sitting there with his underwear on.
Yeah, and a wife beater in his fucking boxers
in the window. Yeah.
Watching cartoons.
Yeah. That was pretty quick too, because then it goes back to Tillman.
Yeah, they're in like an alley.
They're betting on the dog
and a rat.
The dog's junk, and then a rat.
And Tillman was the only one who bet on the rat, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know who it was, but that dude was rolling.
That's Butchie.
Oh, okay.
Remember, he's like Omar's
boy.
I mean, they haven't shown that.
I guess I just didn't recognize him. At that point.
He's like.
Well, when they showed him, because originally I thought it was Shamrock and Butchie, and then I was like, I saw it when he went to the bar, and I was like, nope.
Oh yeah.
Shamrock and someone else, not Butchie.
They're watching.
Yeah. So yeah, I was just like, oh nope, that's not Butchie, or yeah. So yeah, he was dying laughing, like he's got a funny laugh.
Especially considering he couldn't see the whole thing because
he was
blind.
I know.
So. So now I guess wherever the hell Omar lives. This is.
Well, then they just to touch real quick that they're still tailing Tillman, Shamrock, and
didn't we say that?
Whoever I don't know, did we?
Yeah, I thought that's why you were talking about Shamrock, because why else would Shamrock be there?
True that.
So now Dante's laying on the bed naked, which I'm sure you loved.
Yeah. It's funny because Abby had just gotten out of the shower and she was laying on the bed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and I was, doing this, taking notes, and she was like, who is that? And I'm like, you have to catch up.
That's funny.
I go, you might want to stop watching. Unless you want to see 2 black guys. Get it on.
Well, they don't get it on. Not yet. Yeah, but so he's jealous and wants to make a plan and cut the girls loose, basically.
Right, and Omar's like, I don't give a shit about women. Like, it's like, I don't care. And then it leads to a nice little make-out session.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got paid extra to make out with a dude.
Yeah, I don't think he get paid extra to act.
Oh, shit. I don't know. Yeah, it was pretty intense little make-out session.
Really? I didn't watch it this time, so I don't even remember it.
I mean,
I didn't write anything down, so I was busy.
Well, because there were some scenes like when he first starts kissing him, where the camera's behind Omar, so they probably could have just acted like they were kissing, like just like with head motions.
Yeah, that go
but
again?
But then there were like side shots where it's like where they actually like had to be like they were locked lips, looked like tongues were coming out and shit. It's like whoa,
it's acting. Part of the gig. So,
how far in do you think Michael K. Williams? Like, do you think he accepted the role? Like, what do you think? He read like the first few, and he was like, "Oh, this seems like a cool character," and then he was like, "Wait, I'm gay."
I don't know.
It'd just be something I'd like to ask him. Maybe I'll reach out via Twitter.
I'm sure you'll get a response.
Yeah, definitely not. But
yeah, I don't know. I'm over him being gay, so that's.
Oh, I mean, I don't care. I just like that's for whatever reason. Like, I just wonder if like if that's something that an actor takes into consideration when accepting a role.
I sincerely doubt because
I've heard actors say that they've turned down roles because they would have to get like fully naked, and like show their dick or whatever, you know, or women that would have to show tits or whatever. Yeah, so, I don't know.
I guess what I was gonna say is I think it's such a good role. And he wasn't a known actor at this point.
Right.
He ain't turned down shit because he has to kiss someone.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a question that I would ask him if he were sitting at the table with us, drinking a Old E or something.
Nobody drinks Old E.
St. Ides or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. It never occurred to me.
Just weird shit like that. You know how I am, though. Just random shit pops in my head.
I know. Yeah, we just talked about him kissing for 10 minutes, and I didn't even know they kissed.
Really?
Well, I think I got up to do something, and I had already watched. So, like, I'm watching to refresh. I saw him naked on bed. And he's like, "Oh, you know, I don't bag no babes," or whatever he said. And then that's the last I even saw of it. So I don't know. Like
yeah.
That's the impression it made on me. I was like, all right,
I gotcha. I have no problem with gay people. It just interests me.
You just don't want to kiss any.
I don't.
Okay.
I mean, would you?
No.
Okay.
Well, if I got paid, maybe.
Yeah, if I got paid, sure.
All right. So now we're at Butchie's.
Yes. Tillman's getting a re-up.
Yeah.
And Shamrock's still watching, and they figure out...
You're into Shamrock now.
Well, I mean, I wrote it down.
Well, I didn't know you wrote it down. My bad. You said his name like 27 fucking times.
Well, because he goes, fucking Lion Butchie.
The first time.
Lion Butchie.
The first fucking episode, you didn't know Shamrock's name, and fucking that's all you talked about. I don't know the other guy's name. Just driving Bodie. And now it's like Shamrock.
It's not Little Man, is it?
Little Man. What?
I have a headache.
What are you talking about?
I have a headache.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Who's Little Man? Little Man's dead. Alright.
Oh, God. So they know that Tillman's getting the drugs from Butchie.
Yes, they do.
And Shamrock calls him Lion Butchie.
Yeah, I didn't write that down. I don't know why. So now, where's next? McNulty's wife's house? Is that what I wrote down?
Yeah, he's with his kids. He's dropping them off at his ex's house.
Oh, that's right. And then she tells him...
She says, my lawyer's sending over some papers.
And
at first he gets, like, fucking pissed.
And then he calms down.
And she's like, it's for the best for both of us. Sometimes I wish I had an ex-wife like that. Just... who was civil and... you know...
Yeah.
Did shit to benefit both of us.
Yeah.
Well.
Good luck with that.
Moving on.
And then, so now to the docks. Nick and Ziggy are bitching about no work.
Yeah.
Ziggy wants to buy drugs.
And Nick pretty much snaps at him and says, no, never. I'm not going to fucking do it.
Yep. Which...
can't blame him.
No.
I mean, he's white, for crying out loud, in Baltimore.
Well, I mean, he could still sell drugs, but I see his point. It's like it's
risky. It's
dangerous. Yeah. And we already know that Ziggy has had a problem with him before.
Right.
It's not like he's good at this.
Well, yeah, and Ziggy would probably
fuck it up.
Do the dope himself.
Would you I mean, there's no business that I want to do where I'm like, you know who would be good at this is Ziggy.
Yeah.
So.
Unless it's like a male strip club or something.
Oh, that's true. He does have a big wiener. Yeah. It's like...
right on the table.
Yeah. So then it's Bunk and Beatty driving around looking for an address that doesn't exist.
Right. They find out it was a phony address. And she explains that this is common with the docks or whatever, or people that are trying to get illegal shit into port.
Yeah, and that it's probably fake on the other side too. So,
and then they cut to McNulty for like 10 seconds, and he's like looking at a picture,
Oh,
He's looking at the picture of the murdered, the dead,
the girl he found.
Yeah, but that's it. Like he doesn't say anything. Like it's just click. And then we go to Stringer with Butchie.
Yeah, I talked to Butchie.
He's asking for Tillman. Basically, Butchie says he should be passed tomorrow.
Well, but Butchie didn't want to do it.
Right. Because I'm sure he's making a killing on him.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to do it.
Fucking then, coming back every day for a fucking re-up.
Wasn't going to do it until he mentioned Avon's name. And then because he mentioned Avon, he's like, alright, I'll do it.
Still got that pull.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you run a fucking city, you still... Or the
west
side of the city.
If he's in prison or not.
Well, he still runs it. You saw that KFC he was eating last episode.
Yeah, I wish I would have joined him. Wish I could have joined him.
So then we go to the medical examiner's office.
Yep.
McNulty's talking to Frazier. So he finds out that they all had none of them had
three of them.
God, I can't talk. Breast implants in Budapest.
Yeah. And he wants more.
Yeah, he's like, "We got anything else?" He's like, "Fuck you." And he's like,
that's pretty impressive.
Which it was, and he said it was.
Right.
But he was like, so and then he's like, "Did you tell Cole?" And he's like, "Man, Cole ain't on this shit no more." So that's when he's like, "Oh, fuck."
That's when he finds out that Bunk and Lester got the case and got screwed.
So, and then it goes to the project. Fuck, I don't remember the guy's name, but he's watching cartoons.
Mr. something. She called him Mr. Stone, or
yeah, I think you're right. She's walking with that girl.
Yeah, he's a little kid, man. Yeah. It's like, damn.
Like, where'd they get that little kid?
I don't know. Is that his kid?
I don't know. And then
because she's like, Mr. Stone, they're making fun of Sophia again, or something.
Yeah, which I didn't get because like.
And then he's like, what? So you would think he knows the kid, or like looks out for the little girl, or knows the mom of or something. I mean, I was like, I don't get it. Like,
yeah, no,
whose kid is this?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Because then they open the door, and they all rush in.
Yeah, bull rush their ass.
Yeah,
Dante, Omar, and the two chicks.
Yeah. So that's pretty quick actually too, and that was it. They just show them rush in, like that's it.
And they show the door. I mean, they don't show the door shut, but it was a steel door, as Omar pointed out earlier.
Yeah. So then it's Tillman's car. He's putting the drugs in the Halls wrappers, which is kind of cool.
It's funny. I was going to put Halls, and then I pictured you saying, "How do you know it's Halls?"
Really?
I don't know why.
Oh, that's funny.
Because
it was Halls.
Yeah, I know.
And the funny thing is I wrote down cough drop wrappers.
Yeah.
I didn't write down Halls.
I wrote down cough drop sleeve because.
But we just watched it, and he threw the pack of Halls on. So. But really, they're the only cough drops that come like that, aren't they? In a little sleeve like that.
I mean, I don't know.
It's not like you brought a bag and like twisted it all up.
Yeah, you can see those. I mean, it's a pretty clever way to get them in.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
But I'm sure they know all the secrets and tricks.
Not a lot. You're not getting a lot in there, though.
Yeah, but you don't. Do you need a lot?
I don't need any.
No, I know, but I mean, like,
I don't know how big.
He's still making fucking bank.
He's not making that much bank. He's still fucking working at the prison.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that even if he is making bank,
like, how much can they pay you?
Fuck, I have no idea.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he must be doing something, or he wouldn't keep doing it.
He's at least buying the batches from Butchie.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's at least breaking even.
That's the way to go to life. Break even.
I mean, I know he's not. I know he's making more, but
no, but
I mean, he has to pay Butchie to get the next one. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get it. So how long does it take him to fucking how many fucking little sleeves of cough drops?
Butchie told him he's coming back every day to get more. He goes, he's in here every day getting a new
do that math.
Package.
Do that math.
Okay.
He brings fucking strip.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
So
he's counting out like $2,700. It's got to be the most expensive fucking drugs on the planet.
Like he's maybe.
I mean, this is 2003.
Right.
Fuck, inflation has gone way up, but I mean, it's like holy shit.
Maybe he's not doing anything and it's all pure, and then he fucking.
Yeah, I don't know, because like it looked weird when he was.
I mean, I
don't know what drugs look like. I mean, weed, but other than that, I don't. If you put like weed or coke,
do you know what NyQuil looks like? That's a drug.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were to put like coke crack, meth, and heroin, I might be able to tell you what.
I think I can tell coke.
Coke, yeah, because it's just a white powder. But
That's why I picked it out in the lineup.
Yeah. But heroin, I think heroin comes in form where you can smoke it, or a rock. I have no idea.
Okay, where are you going with this?
I don't know.
That's what I want to know. Oh, I guess my point was,
I get what you're saying because it's just like a 8-pack cough drop.
Is he like going on break
and
going back to get more cough drops?
The thing that I didn't get was, where'd the cough drop go, and how did he wrap that wrapper back up? Like, because he's putting the whatever it is in the cough drop wrapper, and then he's like folding it back up.
Yeah. Like a cough drop, so it'll fit back into the package.
Right, but have you ever tried to rewrap a wrapper that you've unwrapped and taken out what has been wrapped in it?
I don't even know what the fuck you just said.
Okay.
That's what you have a problem with? Not the fact that it holds 6 fucking cough drops?
I think it's like 8. But anyways, no, I mean, seriously though, like...
And you know what I like? Is I'm asking...
Like, okay, a now and later. You know what a now and later is?
Yes.
Or a starburst. We'll use a starburst. That's more.
Let's go with now and laters.
Okay, now and later.
Since they're pretty much the same fucking thing.
Okay, kind of.
You don't have to wrap it up. It's in a wrapper again. It doesn't have to be perfect.
So he just fucking like twisted it up and shoved them in. You think that's what he did?
I mean, for the most part, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. The outside needs to be okay.
Right, I get that, but I just like he just throw the cough drops away.
Who gives a fuck?
I know, but I mean, like...
I don't know. Maybe he fed him to a duck.
I mean,
I don't fucking care.
You don't think the people that were scanning would be like, damn, this motherfucker comes in here every day with a pack of Halls?
No.
And, I mean...
Some people like that shit. They eat it like candy. I used to eat Halls all the time when I was in high school.
Really?
Like, in the mornings, like, it would, like, make me breathe.
Maybe in the wintertime I can see that when you get, like, congested or whatever. But
yeah.
It makes sense, but... I don't know.
I mean, some people just like that shit, you know?
I don't like Halls. They're too strong for me.
Oh.
I know.
Alright, so basically he packs $2,700 into 8 cough drops and then goes on to his day.
I mean, he don't really do much. He just gets it in. That's the...
I guess...
So the way I see it is that's an easy job for him.
I guess my problem is that he packs the entire drugs for the day in a pack of 8 cough drops.
And gives it to one dude to distribute.
And then comes back to Butchie for more.
Yeah.
So like, how much is he buying? He must not be buying that much from Butchie because he can only fit it in fucking 6 to 8 cough drops.
Right, you would think.
Are we done with this? No.
I guess. We're really getting into this.
The cough drops?
We're like into the analytics of The Wire now or something.
Well, it's just I thought it was funny.
I like it though. I like talking about shit like that because it's like it's not necessarily a flaw.
I don't like it at all.
You don't?
No. Sometimes it's so pointless.
I mean, it's pointless in the overall grand scheme because it was a great show, and like honestly, I wouldn't pick it up. But like I've said before in the past, when you actually have to like do work and like research and write down notes, you watch a show, at least I do, in a different light.
Well, yeah.
So like I said, I like Avon less this time around because I'm like analyzing everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
I think you're right. I mean, we're writing shit down. We're noticing more stuff.
Right, because you're not watching it just for pure entertainment purposes.
Right. And I'm not trying to look for flaws. I just thought it was odd that because he could only bring in a pack of cough drops once a day.
Right.
I mean, like I said, unless he buys them at Costco, has them in the trunk, and then every time he goes on break, he fucking goes out and gets another pack. He's not bringing that many drugs in.
Right.
At a time. Now, being that I don't do drugs, I don't know how much drugs a Halls container would take. So I'm a little off there, but yeah, usually I don't like to get into stupid shit like that because it just like distracts from the overall story.
I gotcha.
But sometimes shit happens. You know what I mean?
And shit just happened.
Literally.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
There's no poop over here.
All right, so
Where are we? Oh, we're homicide with Bunk and Beatty. McNulty walks in.
You happy now, bitch?
Yeah, happy now, bitch.
Now, I saved on my notes how many times everybody said this shit, and my fucking notes disappeared. So I wrote down number 5. I have no idea. So
that sucks. Your notes disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck that happened.
That's terrible. I was actually going through my notes last night, clearing some of them out because I had like 168. I'm like,
I had 3. They fucking disappeared.
I'm like, what the fuck do I have this many notes for?
I had this, the McNulty, this, and then something about Breaking Bad, and then I had what books I'd read this year, like on there, and then something else that probably I don't know. I don't even remember, but they're all gone.
That sucks.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened. I think someone grabbed my phone, hit delete 3 times, and then threw my phone back down. Probably not, but
I doubt that. But we can go with that.
All right, so
it was probably Shamrock.
Fucking Jesus Christ! You and your Shamrock. So yeah, McNulty comes to see Lester and Bunk. It's pretty funny because he's like.
He thinks he's telling them all this shit that they
don't
know.
Then they already figured it out.
Yeah, and they're like, look at Johnny fucking on the spot or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, it was almost like McNulty was like embarrassed there at the end. Like,
oh, he probably should have been on it.
Oh, God, like, I feel like a fucking dick.
He's like, yeah, so like, I think, and they're like, oh, you think? And then they just went over everything he was going to say. It was pretty funny. Like,
it was.
They kind of put him in his place.
Yeah,
like we don't need you to solve all this shit for us.
Well, and then and then he says he's going to give the one a name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's feeling guilty about the one.
Yeah,
that's the way he feels. That's the way he goes.
And Beatty's like,
because
does that bother you?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. She's like, me too.
Yeah.
Like when a murder goes unsolved or whatever,
they become medical cadavers, which that wouldn't bother me at all. But I'm a dick, so I don't care.
I mean, it might bother you if it was like your family or something. But if it was a Jane Doe,
well, yeah. But if I can't recognize him, then it's
no. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I gotcha.
So now we're at like some lobbyist party, I guess.
Yeah, I just put some kind of fundraiser question mark.
So this is that preset that Father Jerome guy set this up.
Right. And it's a place Sabatka should not be because this is not his.
But it's a place he needs to be.
It is a place he needs to be, but this is not his.
He's out of
cup
his
of tea.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely not like. And you can tell when he goes to talk to Clay Davis, it's just like...
Yeah, so they've given Clay Davis $40,000.
And Frank's was like, what? $40,000?
And they don't have it.
And he wants more, yeah.
Yeah. It was, but the guy, but he has that guy showing him what, the lobbyist, like showing him what to do. And
right, and he tells him, he goes, you hired me, now trust me.
Yeah, which... Probably
really
good.
Don't have a choice to.
Well, it's probably good advice too,
right?
Right,
and he's like, you need to go talk to him. And I can't remember what he. It was awkward. It was like awkward interaction, like because Sabatka didn't know what, like he didn't know the guy,
right?
So he didn't know what to say to him, and then he walks up and he's like, hey, or whatever, and then Clay says something, and then Sabatka says something, and then there's like an awkward pause, and then they both just start laughing.
Well, he said something like about the vote or something. He's like, "You guys are really supporting us down there, and like we want to keep up that support."
Yeah,
but he wasn't talking about support. He's talking about money.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, it was awkward. So they go to the Department of Justice.
Yep, I wrote that down.
They figure out that the addresses are fake,
right?
In the back and there. Net losses in the millions for these girls dying.
And there's over 50,000 of them in the United States.
Yeah, 40 to 50,000.
Bunk's like 50,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And this is where she says the union thing. I mean, basically, to me at this point, it seems like they're never going to solve this. There's no fucking way. You know what I mean?
I mean, one would think.
I mean, they're just like so lost and entangled in bullshit.
Well, yeah, and then the people that know stuff aren't speaking and say they don't speak English. So yeah, it would definitely be a case that, I mean, it would just be grueling to try to fucking deal with, and I don't know, but yeah, it's a case I definitely wouldn't want to have for sure.
No.
But I don't think anyone would want it.
Yeah,
I don't think they're like, I'll take it. I'll take the 14 murders. I'll take the 14 chain does.
Right.
Like, yeah. But.
So now we're at dinner.
Yep.
Valchek and
Prez and
the whole family.
Yeah.
And then he asks how his detail's going.
And shit.
Yeah, basically.
And then Prez starts telling Valchek that it's going to take a while and not doing much, and then he starts telling them what they were doing, that what Daniels was doing, and that if it wasn't for Burrell, it would have been a major case.
Yeah, Burrell shut him down and stopped him.
Yeah. So he basically enlightened Valchek without knowing. And so now Valchek has an ulterior motive.
I think he knew. He didn't know what Valchek's going to do with the information.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe he didn't know to what extent, but he's been trying to tell Valchek this from the fucking beginning.
Right.
Valchek just actually listened now because it
Right.
was pertinent. So, hey, we go to Donette's house.
Yay.
Who's she? She's with Shamrock?
Yeah, that's Shamrock's girl.
So Stringer comes up to check on her. Tells her to go see D.
And wasn't it funny if she had like some smooth jazz playing?
Was it smooth jazz?
Fuck, I don't know. I hate jazz.
That was R&B.
Whatever. Smooth jazz. Slow and steady R&B from the 80s or early 90s.
I don't know. She tried to give him one a D shirt, and I'm thinking to myself, and look, I've seen this before, but I don't remember everything they say.
Right.
And the first thing I thought to myself is, man, the fucking D shirt is not going to fit Stringer Bell.
Yeah, no shit.
And then he's
like 6 inches shorter.
Yeah.
Than Stringer.
And Stringer's big.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm an extra large.
I'm an XL.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, what's D? A schmedium?
A schmedium.
Yeah. But yeah, and then so basically, D says, you can give away a man's stuff, but you can't make him go away or something to that nature.
D said that?
Or fucking Stringer said that.
I'm like, how'd D get there?
I don't know. To me, this showed, and you probably would disagree, and that's okay, a little bit of weakness with Stringer.
Weakness? I never thought of that.
Well, just like he kind of gave in to the temptation. I mean, like, he's a good-looking dude. He's got money. He's got, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. I just feel like he kind of took the easy road to get pussy.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, but...
I just thought he's a dick for banging these girls.
That's what guys do, I guess, right?
I just thought he was a dick for banging these girls.
Yeah, I mean, but...
I never thought
weakness,
of it.
I guess that might be a little strong, but it was just like, come on, it was like a bitch move, like, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even though he doesn't really like D...
Yeah, I don't think he has any respect for D. I think that's part of the problem.
But still, I mean, come on, that's... And she had no... She was totally fine with it.
Well...
Like, she had no, don't do it. Like, I'm married.
They're not married, though, are they?
Or what? Whatever. We have a kid together.
Well, he's in prison for 25 years.
20.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
20 years.
We're good.
And some might think he's not going to get out.
Yeah. Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing?
My ears are sweaty.
Alright. So, what the fuck was I saying?
I don't know.
Oh, so then it goes to the bar. Fucking Beatty and McNulty and Monk.
Yeah.
Beatty's got to leave because she said she got kids and she can't pay the babysitter and all that shit.
And then McNulty's like, does she have... Or he said something like, was the old man working late too?
He's sitting on a day in his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You kind of get the feeling that they might.
Yeah, maybe, but I think you know that. That's why you get that feeling, because they didn't. I mean, it's not like they flirted or anything.
Yeah, but I guess I kind of just get the feeling that McNulty likes her, and
I think McNulty likes everybody.
True.
But yeah, it's hard to say you're wrong.
Especially when he's drunk.
It's hard to say you're wrong.
In my opinion, I think Beatty kind of looks like a little bit. It reminds me of Perlman.
Ugh. God. Beatty's probably good for him. Perlman's a fucking... Yeah. No, I can't agree with you on that point at all.
No, I mean, I'm talking like body stature and like...
Nope, can't agree with you.
No?
It's disgusting. Okay. Don't ever bring it up again.
I'm going to get you a life-size cut out of Rhonda Perlman.
Fucking I'll cut her head off.
I'll put that motherfucker in the front seat of your car.
Fucking put a bag over her head.
Look at you, a blow-up doll.
She's in that new show.
Rhonda Perlman.
I think it's on CBS. It's some homicide miniseries on for like 13 weeks.
Oh, wow.
You just shake your head. I don't know TV. Kong don't like TV. I don't know what the fuck. I'm like trying to explain it to you. You're just like, nope, can't do it, nope.
No, I was just saying, like, no, I don't know about it. You can still elaborate and go for it. I just was like,
she's in some new show.
I definitely don't. CBS is one I don't watch. I don't watch any shows from CBS. So
not the AFL or AFC. Just kidding. No, I watch Big Brother 3 times a week, so I get
right.
The
no, I get it. And you watch NCIS too, right? Don't you? Not anymore.
No.
Oh, I know what you did though, right?
Yeah, like 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
But no, she's in some new miniseries. I saw her, and then Beatty's in
gross.
The Infiltrator.
Oh, with did you went and saw that, right?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
She's like Bryan Cranston's boss.
Nice.
Beatty is, but she's in a ton of shit. So
yeah. She's in The Office.
Yeah. Which is weird because she wasn't a funny person in anything else. She was kind of funny in The Infiltrator, but like a bitch, like a boss.
Sarcastic funny.
Yeah, she was like a bossy person. I mean, she was in charge of people, so she had to be. But.
Right.
So we're at Valchek's office. So before he goes see Burrell, he stops by the office.
He opened up some fucking mail.
And he's got the picture of the man sitting there, which is still hilarious.
It is.
So then we go to the docks.
Did you? Doesn't matter. I didn't get the guy's name.
Is it Briggs?
Sure.
He's only worked 5 days in the last month. So he says, go down to Clemens Street tonight, give Dolores a beer and a shot on him.
Yeah.
So the guy wants to quit. He goes like, no.
He says he's going to go to 47. I'm assuming that's another...
Yeah, I would think. So like he wants to quit, so he basically goes, no, go down to the bar, fucking ask for beer and a shot on me. Tomorrow we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
This guy's thinking he's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
What does a beer and a shot have to do with anything? He goes, just trust me and go do it.
Right.
So that was
worked out pretty good for him, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, it shows that like Frank's actually a good person.
Well, and then he cares,
but he's just fucked up the way he does it. Like he only cares about his dock workers and his blinders. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like
yeah. But that's. I don't know. I guess I just kind of assume that's the mentality of, especially when you got, because aren't they in a union?
Yeah, he's the union head.
So like those are his people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's his, I feel like he takes on the responsibility of, you know,
and he's on a sinking ship.
Yeah. And Valchek's up his ass.
So,
and it's only getting worse.
I don't know where this next place was, but Ziggy comes in and says, "Pick me a winner, Johnny," and gives him a tag.
It was at like the dispatch center or some bullshit.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, because like you can see him sitting and all the trucks are coming in.
Yeah.
That's what I just assumed it was like the dispatch place.
Sounds good to me. I don't know what it was. And then Nick picks up the can. And Horseface noticed him last second, and Nick winks at him.
Yeah.
So,
Horseface didn't look like he knew what the fuck was going on.
No, he knew exactly what was going on.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was just like, you really want to be doing this?
No, I think he was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to tell on you because...
Right. You're Nicky.
Yeah, well, because... Like we said before, when we got into the whole they're like Avon thing...
Right.
They're not. Like, you can't just steal a truck. Someone's going to have to... Like, think about that.
Well, yeah, someone's going to have to answer for that, obviously.
Yeah, so they're stealing it. They're out for their own selves. Like, Horseface isn't getting a piece of it. No one else is getting a piece of it.
Right.
They're just out for themselves. They're stealing it. Like, they can get in a lot of trouble for it.
And I don't think Frank knows.
No.
So it's like...
But I think Nick knows that Horseface isn't going to rat on him either.
I mean, it's pretty ballsy. I mean, broad daylight. There's surveillance cameras everywhere.
Well, but they know the system, I guess, so they think they can get away with it. Because, surveillance cameras are good if you know what you're looking for. If you don't know what you're looking for,
Right.
Did you ever have to look at cameras when you worked at Walgreens? So unless you knew...
I did overnights at Cave Creek and Union. Are you kidding? There were so many times I was in that goddamn back room with fucking cops.
Oh, it's in the back room. It's in the office now.
Yeah, it was in the back room. It was in the fucking warehouse.
Yeah, it was
in that little...
That's not a room anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in the office now, at least.
And that had all the lockup shit in it, so it was just fucking shit everywhere.
But yeah, like, it's... unless you know what you need to look for,
right,
it's impossible to find shit. Unless you just watch video fucking constantly. That's fun.
Just fucking staring at a fucking black and white screen.
Jesus fucking Christ.
It'd be nice if, clearly, I'm sure it's a hell of a lot more expensive, but, like, what's it called? What the fuck is this, yo? Colored cameras would be a lot better, but...
Yeah, they're colored, dude.
Are they now?
Yeah, they've been colored.
Oh, wow. Holy shit. I was there. It was fucking black and white still.
I think the TV was black and white, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It was a tiny-ass TV, too. Like.
Yeah, no, they've upgraded. They still suck, but they've upgraded.
Yeah.
So, then we go to Butchie's.
Go ahead. It's completely off subject. I can ask you after.
Okay. We go to Butchie's. Tillman's picking up the drugs.
Basically, just tells him it'll be out back when you're done.
Yeah.
That dog's in there.
It's Butchie's dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Junk, you said?
I think he said Junk.
Yeah. And dude starts growling at Tillman.
Yeah.
He's like, you ain't getting none of my food or whatever.
So then we go to prison. This is where you showed up.
Yeah.
I was watching it and you walked in. Dee's working in the library. Avon comes to visit him. Asks him to lay off the drugs for a couple days, basically.
Yep. Tells him a lot of people put in for this job in the library, but you got it. Funny how that works.
And Dee couldn't give a flying fuck.
And I can get his resentment towards Avon.
Well, yeah.
He's got 20 fucking years in prison. Don't get me wrong. It's not like he was set up, but 20 fucking years, man. Like,
he wasn't set up, but he was kind of set up.
Yeah, that's no joke. 20 years is fuck that.
Because he wanted a package at a stupid time, and he got 20 years because he was being tailed because his office was being on surveillance.
Right.
It's his fault that he had other shit and he didn't flip and then all that other shit.
So basically, Avon convinces him to lay off the drugs for at least a few days. Told him you're looking dusty and whatever, and get your mind right. So, yeah, Avon was a nice little motivational speaker there.
Yeah, he's trying not to get him killed. That's nice of him.
Well, he basically, like I said, I would have basically just came out and told him, just because
you can't tell.
I know he can't, but I'm just saying I would want to be like, look, the package is going to be...
But then he'll go tell his friend.
Right, I know.
And Avon don't give a fuck about his friend.
No.
Little Spider-Man guy.
Seemed like a pretty likable guy. But,
yeah, he seemed cool for a little while.
But he got de-hooked on the shit, so...
So then we go to that I guess it's like an electronics store that those guys own.
Yeah.
So Ziggy and Nick, they're selling 400 digital cameras. They settle on $20,000.
$20,000 up front, Nicky said. He said he wanted $20,000 up front.
Up front.
That's what he said.
Well, they're not getting any more.
I think I think he wanted everything up front, like, meaning, yeah, I'm not waiting to get my cut until you sell all these.
Well, yeah, he's selling them to him for $20,000.
Right.
Yeah. I guess I didn't write that down because obviously, if you're selling 400 digital cameras, you're getting the money now. They're not gonna pay. Oh, look, we sold 3 of them. Here's your $400. So, that's not the way that works.
It's not like a consignment store.
No. So then at the end, Ziggy takes their picture.
And the dude didn't like that.
Well, who the fuck would? He's such an idiot.
And obviously, clearly, the guy's like a bad guy. Or breaking the law. But
so are they.
Yeah. And then Ziggy takes a picture. Basically, if it were to ever come up, if that was found, they could use it against them.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, dude. Yeah. How fucking dumb can you be?
He's pretty fucking stupid.
So the dude says, I got to talk to my boss. If the boss says okay, then we got a deal.
Right. So now that we go to the detail,
we got Polk playing cards.
Yeah. With 2 other dudes. He's like
accusing him of cheating or some shit, like looking at his cards or something.
Yeah, I don't think he... Yeah.
And then Valchek comes in.
Valchek shows up.
Doesn't look too happy. Asks where the lieutenant is. And I don't think anyone said anything.
I think they said he was on detail or something, right?
I don't...
But they didn't know.
Yeah, they were just
They were trying to cover him, but they're so stupid they couldn't even cover for him. So then, I don't know if this is like a city council meeting where Valchek shows up for Burrell?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Like they're going in to vote on something or do something?
I thought they were voting for him to be... What's it called?
I don't think that's yet.
No?
I don't think so.
I don't know. We'll just say city council meeting.
So, Burrell's kissing his ass.
Oh. Definitely. Valchek says, you sent me a bunch of humps. Valchek wants it dealt with now. Burrell wants to deal with it later.
Oh, yeah.
And Valchek's like, no. Like, I know just as many people as you do up here on Capitol Hill. He goes, you probably got enough votes to still get in, but I can make your life a lot more miserable than you want it to be. He says he wants the black guy who did the detail on the Barksdale case. And Burrell says, nope, he's put in his papers, he's gone.
Yeah.
And Valchek's like, well, it hasn't gone to HR or whatever yet.
You better go talk to his ass. And he threatens him with the Barksdale stuff that he got from
Right, because you can tell, yeah.
Yeah.
So everything he got from Prez that night at that dinner, he basically threw in Burrell's face.
Yeah.
To use for his advantage.
Which he probably...
blackmailed the shit out of him.
If the detail was going okay, he would have never used that information.
Right.
But because it was going to shit quick, and he did fuck him over with those people. He didn't give him
good.
So, and I like what he put, don't fuck with me, Irv.
Right.
That's it. I think that's almost the last thing he said. Valchek's a prick, but I kind of like him. Like, I don't like him as a person, but when he gets pissed off and he wants what I kind of like it when he gets mad like that. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So,
but he wants a real detail with real people.
Right.
And Burrell says, okay, he agrees. Because he doesn't have a choice.
No, he's fucked, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at all that paper you wasted.
For what?
Right there.
I know.
I'm just fucking with you.
I've got like 30 of these things at home.
So we go to prison now.
Yep. Prison, he tosses the Hall's cough drops on some dude's bed.
It was the comic book dude. Yeah.
Lights out in 20.
Oh, no, it wasn't the comic book guy.
No, it was a fucking... he had like little dreadlocks or whatever.
Yeah, it was the other dude. Because he gives him... So he goes to give him the D, and D doesn't take him. Comic book guy did take him.
Yeah. And he goes, you hook D up? And he's like, D ain't up.
Yeah.
D isn't up.
Which I don't know why that other guy cares if he takes him or not.
Why? The way I looked at it was the comic book guy looks up to and or likes D, and is almost like feels like it's justified for him to do it if a friend or something does it with him.
Oh, maybe.
Like he feels guilty if it's just him, like, and not a friend of his that are doing it with him.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
But
yeah, so D wasn't up. Yeah, and then we go to what's it called? The Greeks.
Oh yeah,
little cafe or whatever.
I forget the guy's name. I left the space to put it in, and I never put it in. So he talks to Spiros. Basically, they tell him to make the deal.
Right.
He says he likes. They both like Nick.
Yeah.
They both hate Ziggy, but they like Nick a lot. You could tell.
Well, they trust him enough to.
Yeah.
Basically, for him to be around with Ziggy, and that alone says a lot right there.
Yeah.
I mean, because they could easily just say, "Go fucking pound sand, you fucking piece of shit," to Ziggy.
Yeah.
Because he's just a fucking idiot. You know?
They put up with him a little bit because of Nick.
Right.
Yeah. So then I go to the bar. The Ringo, is that was it? No, Riggs. I wrote Ringo.
There is a Ringo in the list because I did remember seeing a Ringo on the IMDb list last night.
So maybe it was Ringo. I don't know. Anyway, the dude shows up.
Asks for a shot
and beer.
And beer from Frank Sabatka.
And then he gets his change.
He gets a stack of money.
It's his change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? I don't, what?
And Ziggy fucking can't stand it.
Yeah, he was like...
He's jealous as fuck.
Yeah.
On the one hand, I kind of see it. Like, that's his dad. And he's like, well, why does he take care of me? But on the other hand...
Well, he's a fuck up.
Complete fuck up.
He likes Nicky better than fucking Ziggy.
Well, so do we.
Right. No, but I'm just saying, like, that's his son, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you can just tell Frank...
Well, I mean, he doesn't do anything to help his case, ever.
Right. No, I know.
So, I mean, and then that fucking girl that
Dolores
probably has a penis.
Dolores?
Yeah. Turns says, your pop's a good man, Zig. I was like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Fucking
I don't know why that bothers you. I don't get it.
I just don't like her.
That's cool. It's all good. I don't like her, but I don't know. And then you got McNulty stumbling in, drunk. Not as bad as he typically does.
No, not too bad.
But he finds the papers from his ex, and he reads a couple lines and just throws them on the floor.
Yeah. And then we go back to prison.
Yeah.
And shit's coming out of their mouths and noses, and there's fucking...
Lights are coming on, sirens are going off.
People are dying.
Fucking D's fucking banging his head against the wall because they turned the lights on. He's like, oh. And I feel like someone was yelling, hot shots.
Part 2?
Yeah.
Was it?
And then it's
Charlie Sheen?
Dum, dum.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, but yeah. So,
another, yeah.
What do you think, like 4 or 5 guys? Dunzo?
Yeah. I think it's 6, but I might have made that completely up.
I was trying to count the guys he was handing him, like, doing his little handoff to.
Well, what if they didn't show some of them?
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but I was just trying to count the ones that they did show, and I think it was like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it could easily.
And then, so yeah, clearly D's not going to be happy now. I mean, not that he was to begin with, but he's really not going to be happy now. And then they show Avon laying in his bunk reading a book.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, and it's not about D. Now Avon makes it about him because he'll use this.
Right.
But it was all to help eBay.
Right, but NCD don't know that.
No.
And he don't need to know that.
No.
So, I mean, Avon's smart to keep that up the cuff, but I mean, if he were to tell D that, D would have taken the package.
Yeah.
He would have taken the drugs. So it's smart. I mean, I don't know.
He would have saved himself a lot of trouble if he just wouldn't have told him in the first place.
Yeah, he could have been done.
Yeah, but
Avon,
Avon doesn't want that. Though.
You know, Avon's sister would have fucking beat his ass
in jail. She just came down there.
I mean, but it's funny. It's just funny. It just goes to show you, in my opinion, at how loyal and how family oriented Avon is. Like, granted, it was mostly for Weebay. But Avon didn't have to tell D. Like, he didn't have to go and tell him, like, hey, back off for a couple days, get your head straight, whatever. He didn't have to do that.
No,
because, like you said, he could have fucking very easily not said a fucking word, and that problem would have been dealt with.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, D's got shit on him. D could flip at any given time.
Yeah. He doesn't think he would, though, so that's why he told him.
Right, but that's what I mean, like...
Stringer wouldn't have told him.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah. So, I don't know. That was interesting. It'd be nice to get back into it. Cause,
Yeah, I want to get back. We're going to back in a routine.
Because it kind of...
Weekly.
It doesn't flow as well when, like, we watch
No,
it.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
Like, it did. It wasn't too bad.
Well, and then you're rusty, because...
Yeah.
You get into it, you get into a groove, and then... Yeah. But yeah, because, like, there was some of the... Like, the guy that was riding around with Shamrock. I knew his name at one point.
Yeah, we had his name written down.
I don't, you know what I mean? So
yeah,
just shit like that, little stuff where it's like, and honestly, I probably would have known who Russell was whenever they showed the quote to start the show.
Right, Bill Russell, right?
Yeah, Bill Russell.
Yeah,
no, Russell Simmons.
Russell Simmons, not Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't like Russell Westbrook.
I like Russell Westbrook.
I don't mind him. It's not a big deal.
I never said it was. Never
it's
said
gonna,
it was.
It's gonna bother you though, isn't it?
A little bit. So it's right here. It should be right here.
Because they get out of prison and they go right to Stringer and talk to him.
What?
They get out of prison.
Who gets out of prison?
The two dudes, don't they? Shamrock and whatever his name is?
No. Tank and Country. I don't know who's who. Those are the guys following Bodie and Shamrock in episode 1 of season 2.
Oh, okay.
So he's either Tank or Country.
So Shamrock's not one of them.
Shamrock was in the car with Bodie.
Okay.
You don't remember that, do you? You're like, okay.
Yeah, sounds good. So yeah, we'll get back into a regular routine of it, and yeah, maybe even bring a little something else to the table. I don't know. We haven't decided yet.
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
I would do that.
I'll be down.
Alright, so that's it. Yeah, I don't know. Facebook, fucking The Real Pleeka, fucking...
TheRealPleeka.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram now, right?
Yeah, that was all you.
Yeah.
The only reason we did that shit, and then like...
I'll take it.
Well, you need to take it then. Talk to Jerome. Not today, obviously, but...
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. Check us out. And Spreaker, of course.
Spreaker,
iTunes.
YouTube, iTunes. There's an endless supply of stuff. So go to Google. Google us.
Google us.
Google us.
All right, so
thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks.